How are you doing today, guys? You doing well? You want to start?
Yeah, pretty well, but yeah.
No, you
What
don't.
would you prefer? Would you rather start? I'll start. Right in. Should we take it?
I would actually gladly start.
I'll be teacher. What would you prefer?
Doesn't matter.
Starter, closer?
You can start it up. I'll be alternate. There we go.
All right. We're going to spend 2 days on 3-5, graphing linear equations, standard form. Got a notes in front of you. Let's get going. All right. Horizontal lines and vertical lines. The standard form of a linear equation is ax plus by equals c. Now, the tricky thing here is you guys have seen lines in like this form, haven't you? Haven't you? That is not standard form. Have we called that slope-intercept form? Have they used those words, Mr. Parker?
We have not yet.
Did their teachers last year?
I don't know.
They did, yeah.
It's first year I've done.
Did they call it that? Okay. This is not standard form. So A is a number, B is a number, C is a number. That just allows for it to be any combination of lines. But here's what you need to know. If you want to put this in this form, don't you have to get the x term and the y term all on one side and the number over here by itself? Does it make sense? How would I move the 5x over to be with the y? I would have to subtract it from both sides, wouldn't I? So I'd have negative 5x plus this y equals 2. Now it's in standard form. Do you all agree with that? What would the a be in our problem? Negative 5. It's the number in front of x. What's the b in our problem? It's the number in front of y. It's 1, isn't it? See how it's hidden? Disguised as a 1. What's the c in our problem? 2. There you go. Well, what if a is 0? What's 0 times x? 0, just 0. 0 times x is 0. So you just have a y term and a c term, okay? So this is, they kind of get into it where they say, what if b 0? What if a 0? And there's all these combinations. I think it gets kind of confusing with all the letters thing. It's going to be easier for us to see with numbers in it. Would you agree with that? I think all the letters can kind of be confusing. Do you guys know how to write the equation of a vertical line? What if I said let's graph a vertical line? Here's my x and y axis. And I'm going to graph this vertical line that goes through 4. Here are your two options. X equals 4 or y equals 4? Zach? X equals 4? Who thinks it's y equals 4? Now here's let's go back. Let's think about it. If this is 1, what's this point right here?
1.
Sorry?
4, 1.
4, 1. 4, 1. What's the x value there?
4.
What's the y value?
1.
Let's go up to 2. What's this point? What's the x value?
4.
What's the y value?
2.
So every point on this line is going to have an x value of
4.
x equals 4. Do you agree? So x equals 4 is that vertical line. Okay. Now, is this in standard form? This is a line. Does it follow this standard form? Yes, because in this problem, the number in front of y must have been 0. Do you agree? It must have wiped out that y term. What does it? What wipes out a term? 0 times that. Make sense? All right. Now, what about a horizontal line? Like down here at -3. What could you tell me about all of those points on that red line?
They all are going up by 1.
Let's list some points. What's this point right here?
-2, -4. Oh, -4, -2.
That's a 3, by the way, -3.
Ah.
-4, -3. What about here over at 1? 1 comma -3, 2 -3, 5 -3, 10 -3, a million comma -3. What's common about all these points? The
Y value.
y equals -3. Y equals -3. Now, that's for a vertical line is blue, horizontal line is red. If it has some slope to it, it's not just going to be x equals or y equals. You may see it like y equals 2x minus 5, right? You might see it like that. That's not going to be a vertical line. It's not going to be a horizontal line. It's going to have a slope of 2. It's going to go like this. Make sense? These are special cases. I need you all to listen. This gets confusing for students. Horizontal red, vertical blue, just x equals for vertical and y equals for horizontal. All right? Let's talk about this. What's the y-intercept of the red line? Logan, what do you think? Do you know what a y-intercept is?
Where the line crosses the line.
Very good. Where the line crosses the y-axis. If I said point it out, you'd say right there. It's not -4, -3. It's not -2, -3. It's not 1, -3. It's 0, comma, -3. 0, -3. So when they say right here the y-axis is 0, comma, b, it could be 0, 5, it could be 0, -3, it could be 0, 1. It depends where the line crosses the y-axis. But isn't a horizontal line always going to stay the same height? Isn't a horizontal line going to always stay the same height? So what's its y-intercept? Say it again?
-3.
In this case, -3. What if y equals 8? What's its y-intercept?
8.
Right as a point.
0,
0, comma 8. What if it's y equals -10? What's its y-intercept? 0, -10. Does this blue line have a y-intercept? No. Does it have an x-intercept?
Yes.
Yes. If x equals 4, where does it cross the x-axis? Not the y-axis, the x-axis. 4, comma 0. What if I have the line, ready? X equals -7. X equals -7. What's its x-intercept? -7, comma 0. Very good. Make sense? These are special cases. Vertical, horizontal. Graph the linear equation. Okay, y equals 4. How many of you vote that's going to be a horizontal line? Horizontal. Horizontal side to side. How many of you vote it's going to be a vertical line? Very good. Let's go ahead and graph it. Give me some points on the line. Bailey, give me 1 point on y equals 4. We're going to write it like a point. Well, you know the y value. What's the y value? 4. And I'll give you a hint. You can't get this wrong. Give you an x number. 1. 1. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, comma 4 is a point on that line. Vince, give me another point on that line. 2, comma 4. Logan.
0.
0, comma 4. Dorian, give me another one.
3, 4.
3, comma 4. Ooh, all of these points and everything in between. Is 1.2, comma 4 on that line?
Yes.
Is 1.0173, comma 2 on that, comma 4, sorry, on that line?
Yes.
Yes. So I just graphed some points I knew were on the line and I connect them. Okay? You guys all knew it was horizontal. X equals -2. Who says horizontal line? Like this. Who says vertical line? Good. Ethan, give me a point on that line.
1, no, -2, 1.
-2, 1 is on that line. Very good. Mary, give me a point that's on that line. -4, 1. Here's the test, Mary. Read this for me. Blank equals blank. Read it for me. So what's the rule for this line? The x value has to be. So give me a point on that line with an x value of -2. -2, 2 is right there. It's on that line. Give me another one, Mary. -2, comma. 3 is on that line. You see how the x value has to be -2. So this one is a vertical line going through every x value of -2. Are these next two on your guided notes?
Yeah, no.
Go ahead and try these ones on your own. You may need your calculator. You may not.
I hope not.
I would hope not to.
I hope not. Sounds like a song.
You got a song for everything.
I do. I'm gonna whip your thing on. Yeah, that was Snoop Dogg.
It's getting personal. Did you play any musical instruments growing up?
I did. I was on
The recorder.
the trumpet when they did the mouthpiece for a week.
What?
I didn't make it to the whole trumpet.
You never. You didn't graduate past the
No, I
mouthpiece.
said this isn't funny. Get me out of here.
Your recorder.
Everybody did the recorder. How about the? Did you guys do the what do they call it? The harps. Remember the harpsichord? You guys probably didn't do that. It was like a harp. It was like on the desk. It was probably like this big. And you would hold keys down, and you had like a pick, and you would
The
strum it.
xylophone?
No,
What?
Is it like that?
It's not even close to that.
no. Xylophone is a mallet, right? Do you guys ever do that in music in elementary?
I don't know.
What are you looking at it like I'm talking Russian for?
Actually, I would
Did you ever do that in music?
Not the harpsichord, but the
Recorder and the.
start with a D.
drugs.
It
It's like a really
starts with a D and it rhymes with rums. Drum.
The drumsichord. The drums.
What starts with a D?
It's so sorry. Good thing
Good night.
You'd hear it in like. Oh, what was it called? There was. Did you
Mary.
ever go to Mikasa? You ever go to Mikasa?
Sadly, yes, and I've heard those people play.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh no!
Like years ago, like 12 years ago. The
I'm gonna throw those instruments
What's
out
that
the
called?
out the door.
the woman she would do that. It was
the bowl.
it's got a weird name.
What does it look like? I don't know.
It's a mallet, like a mallet instrument. I'll think of it.
Is it like a
Not the didgeridoo.
Is it like a?
All right.
What's the one called where you go?
Cymbals?
What's that like bowl that's like upside down? It's like a little grooves in it, and it's like that, and then it goes.
Those are the.
Steel drums.
Yes, that's what I was talking about. That's why I say the bowl.
Makana.
Yeah.
4/3, aka what's it also known as? 1.3 repeating. Good. So x equals 1.3 repeating. Up and down or left and right? Up and down. Going through 1 1/3. Ooh.
That's crazy. It's crazy, Todd.
Corbin. Y equals -1.5. Vertical? Horizontal? Vertical? Horizontal? Say it again. Horizontal? Up here? Down here? Going through? Going through? That wasn't a question. Fill in the blank. Going through? -1.5.
1.5.
Going through y equals. So I was kind of getting at the y-intercept is -1.5, right? Awesome. We're on the same page. Next.
Yep.
All right, using intercepts to graph linear equations.
I'll do it.
You got this?
I got it.
Oh,
Thank
should I
you, sir.
hand- Sorry, should I hand it to you?
Yes. Guys, let's go back. I want to look at something right here. Ask you a question. If I have a point, and I'll put it on one of the axes, doesn't matter. Okay. How many lines can I draw through that point? Right, think now by your hand gestures, I'm going to tell you you're going to be wrong.
How many lines can you put on that?
Put on through that. How many lines can I put through that point? What do you guys think?
As many as you want.
Aaliyah?
Actually, never mind.
Guys, could I ever stop?
No.
Infinite.
I just know.
That makes sense? Infinite. Now, as soon as I have a second point, how many lines go through 2 points? There's just our one. Only one line goes through 2 points. Okay, Alexis, I know you were waking up thinking that. Now it's answered. Okay, so guys, what we're going to do, okay, we're going to use the intercepts, okay? And Mr. Westphal, we talked about intercepts already a little bit. We're going to be given an equation. We're going to find the y-intercept and the x-intercept, and then we're going to draw a line through those 2 points, graph a line that way, okay? So that's what we're going to do. Now, before we look at it, Mr. Westphal talked about it. Okay, does everybody agree this is, I'll do a different color since my line is blue. Does everybody agree that's my x-axis? X-axis? What's true about any point on the x-axis? What do you think, Zach?
It has a value of 0 for the line.
Do you guys agree?
That was very well said.
Very well. Come on, air 5. Nice one. Okay. Are you done drinking your water? Okay.
That's her unprofessional shit.
Needs to be a little more distracting. All right, guys. I know on the x-axis, my y has a value of 0. Okay? And for my y-intercept, what has a value for 0? I know that to be true, and that's going to help us what we're going to do next. Okay? Is everybody good? And that's kind of what it says right here. Okay? But let's put it in practice. It's a lot easier seeing it. All right. Whoa. X-intercept. Okay? Do you guys have this in your notes? Okay. It's the point where the line crosses the x-axis. I just said it. And we know we're going to let y be 0. Write that down. I don't think you have all of it. We're going to let y equal 0 because I know any location on the x-axis is this. Okay, remember this is a coordinate point. I know my y value is 0. I can skip my x value then and get the x-intercept. It's relatively easy for most of the problems we're going to do. I don't like to use easy around Corbin. He gets upset. So don't say it a lot.
Easy.
Corbin, you okay? All right. Wow.
Drink your water, bro.
Yeah. No, please don't. It's like there's a mouse in here.
It's like a one-man band.
What?
Do you remember? Did you watch Little Rascals? One of my favorite ones is when they're on the radio talent show. They have the yellow submarine band or something. Every time somebody finished, they'd run across the stage, knock over the microphone, blow the guys because they thought it was their turn. It never. Oh my God, it's so funny. So funny. All right. I'm going to throw that thing out the door. It's just your warning. Okay. Guys, y-intercept. Okay, it's where it hits the y-axis. And we're going to let x be 0 so we can solve for y. Then once we have the two intercepts, we plot the points, graph the line, boom, done. It's very, very easy process. Very, very easy. You can YouTube that later. It's a real long name. The yellow submarine band, but it's really long. It's funny.
Did we all learn
It's when they're spanky like really low. And it's so funny.
we all live in a yellow segment?
Yes. That was pre-Beatles.
Would you like to be one?
Some of the music, some of the music you listen to, it's like that sounds awful. I like the popular songs. I like that. But they have so many songs. It's like you listen to. It's like, who's that?
In Spanish.
Who's Spanish? All right. Do you have this on your? I think you do. Okay. Let's just practice. Okay. Let's label our x-intercept. Okay, with this line here that you have on the right side there. Okay, x-intercept. Where does it hit the x-axis at? Go ahead, Braden.
-3. 0. -3, 0.
You're lucky. Label it as a point. He saved himself. Carmen. -3, 0. Okay, is everybody good with that? Liv. Not to be confused with Liv Tyler. Do you know who Liv Tyler is, Liv? Liv, have you seen the movie Armageddon? Oh,
What?
for the love of humanity.
Armageddon?
I was with that.
Sounds like a big deal.
How many know Liv Tyler? Oh my.
Never heard.
Lord of the Rings fan? Anybody? She was like the fairy
what's his name, daughter,
princess.
isn't it?
Yeah. From
Steve?
Steven Tyler. Steven Tyler TJs. Oh my goodness.
They're just youngsters.
Huh?
They're just youngsters.
Armageddon is
That
timeless.
was a long time ago.
That's timeless though. It's on all the time. Man, I'm angry right now. No, put your hand down, dude. Okay, y-intercept. What's always 0 on a y? Okay, so guys, if I'm asked to find the y-intercept before, and I'm going to show you here in a second, I'm going to do this right away because I'm half done before I even get going. Halfway done. Okay, where does it hit the y-intercept at? What is that? Okay, but as a point, it'd be what? 0, 7. 0, 7.
Yeah, that's a good name.
Guys, if you want to watch a good movie, watch Armageddon. Great movie.
Not very realistic.
Oh,
What happened?
an asteroid's going to hit the Earth, and they fly. They send astronauts up there to land on the astronaut, drill, nuke it, and blow it up.
Don't ruin the ending.
Well, that's what they do. That's what they have to do. Oh, it's a good movie. Guys, stupid or not, it's a good movie.
I'm gonna skip to the end.
Spy Kids is the best movie ever.
Oh, you know what? Spy.
Spy Kids is so good. Spy Kids is like a
Or Mission Impossible.
All right,
That's what I was thinking of that. Cortez.
I'm gonna launch. Here we go. This is where it gets good. Focus, guys. Pay attention for the next 10 minutes or so. This is really, really important. Okay. It doesn't matter. I always do this, and you don't have. Let's just have it. I always get the x-intercept first. It doesn't matter, though. Okay, x-intercept. Okay, in other words, guys, see this equation right here? We want to graph it. It's an equation of a line. We want to graph it. Okay, x-intercept. What's always 0? I'm halfway done right now with my x-intercept. So that tells me wherever there's a y in this equation, I'm going to put 0. Okay? So 3x plus 4 instead of y, it's what? 4 times 0. Okay? Write that down. Don't skip right now. Because you're going to go home and go, why would you tell me? Oh, I got to watch Armageddon.
Spy Kids.
That scene when they're walking out to the space shuttle,
Awesome.
the music playing.
It's awesome.
And wasn't Aerosmith? That was the song.
Yes.
Why don't we just watch the movie?
Yeah,
Yeah.
watch the movie.
I always just get 2 periods and 1.
You know what? You guys don't deserve to watch Armageddon. Okay? If it comes on, turn the channel.
No.
Turn it off. All right. No, guys, it's on all the time. If you get a chance, or I don't know if it's on, you can find it online. It's a good movie. And the other one that's good, just like it, is Deep Impact. Did you see that one?
I might have
Same
one.
premise, same thing.
1% of Rotten Tomatoes get it.
That's pretty good. Pretty good too. All right, here we go, guys. What's 4 times or 0 times anything? Goes bye-bye. So that's what's left. Okay. Now, how do I solve that? Real close. Divide by 3. I heard all kinds of crazy answers. What the heck just happened? What's 12 divided by 3? Now, don't say, well, my x-intercept's 4. What's your x-intercept?
4-0.
Thank you.
4. 0.
It's a 0.40. Okay? All right. Y-intercept. What am I going to let be 0? X. My x is 0 on the y-intercept. So wherever I see x in the equation, I'm putting 0. Brock, what's 3 times 0?
0.
Goes away, right? 0. How do I finish it, Brock?
Divide by 4.
Man, he's in a bad mood. What's wrong, Brock? Bad weekend? Why are you yelling at me, man?
I'm not.
Wow. All right, I'll call on somebody else. What is 12 divided by 4? Wow. Did you guys hear that tone?
Yeah.
Wow. All right. Guys, my y-intercept is 0, 3. So go up 0, 3. Now, guys, I would make sure you have graph paper, and it's nice to have a little ruler on you to draw a straight line. Okay. Get some graph paper. You don't have graph paper. You were told at the beginning of the year to get some graph paper. Now we need some. There's my line. There's that line graphed by using intercepts. All right. Like I said, it's habit. I just do the x-intercept first. Y, there's no reason. You can do y first and you'll be fine. Okay. What's true about my x-intercept? What's 0? Halfway done. Wherever I see y, I put a 0 in my equation. One person think we want. One.
Kind of one of those you kind of forget about.
Huh?
It's kind of one of those you forget about.
Oh, I know. Every time I flip through channels if it's on, I see where it's at. I see where it's at. At the end when he, that's the best part of the movie.
Yep.
I bet you if I said Ben Affleck is Batman, they would know who that is. He's in it. You guys know Bruce Willis, Ben Affleck? Okay.
What?
You guys know Bruce Willis. What's that movie, Die Hard, back in the 80s? He was in a bunch of movies.
I'm done.
All right, guys.
Good idea.
Okay, 2 times 0 is 0, right? It just kind of goes away. Whoops, that's negative. It's -6 is x. So my x-intercept is -6, 0. What's that? Right here? There we go. Okay, y-intercept. What's 0 on my y-intercept? My what? X. X is 0. X is 0. I think we should, if they watch within a week, they get 2 points, 4 minutes extra credit.
What? Yo.
And you know what? Don't try to watch the, not formative. There's somebody, formative.
Never mind.
Don't try to watch the, what's it called? The,
Cliff notes.
no, the, is it pilot? Not the pilot.
Trailer.
Trailer. I'll ask you specific questions.
Oh, great.
Well, what if you
I
can
can't work here, she can't.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
Yeah, it is.
Unless it's summoning.
Summoning.
It's every basic bachelor movie.
Should we go summoning
Yes, yes.
within a week?
If less than 5 people do it, summonative.
Oh, one no.
No.
We'll talk. All right, guys. 0 is y. Or x is 0, excuse me. Okay, so here it is right here. That goes away. 2y equals -6. Divide by what here? What's half of -6, guys? There's my y-intercept. 0, -1, 2, 3. Now, I want you to understand something, what we're doing. Make sure you draw your line through the points with arrows on both sides. I want you to understand something. This is pretty important. How many answers? Okay, do you guys agree if I put 0, or -6, 0 into this, it would balance it out? It'd be -6 equals -6. If I put 0, -3 in for x and y here, it would balance it out. Are those the only 2 points I could put in there to balance that out? What do you guys think? How many points make up this line? Infinite. Guys, I don't know if it's right or not because my line's not too straight, but it might be like right here. Let's see. Down 1/2, down 1/2. Yeah. This point would be on there. This point would be on there. That point would be on there. That point. In other words, I could put, what's that, -4, -1 in there, and it would work and balance it out. We're just using the what? Intercepts, because half my answer is 0, it's easy to get. Do you understand? There's infinite number of points that would make that true. Be on that line. All right. How are we doing? Okay, x-intercept. What's 0 in the x-intercept? Y. I don't know, it just is.
Huh?
Why?
Weekends.
I said why.
Makana! Y 0, right?
Why?
Why? I don't know, Makana.
Why are you saying what? Hot rod. You like hot rod?
What's negative 0 times, or negative 0? Negative 7 times 0.
0.
Wow.
No, I don't think so.
Just goes away, doesn't it? 0. I'll try to talk to, see if Brock's in the bedroom. Brock, what do you think?
Divide by 3.
Okay, I'll leave you alone. Leave you alone, man. What's 21 divided by 3?
Wow.
Smart. So what's my x-intercept?
0.
Don't get snippy, Smart. Don't get snippy. She's going 7. It's the 0.7. Don't. I'm not in a good mood, Smart. Guys. Man. I mean, Armageddon's right after the Wizard of Oz
Oh my.
for timeless. Yes, it is.
Can we please stop? Can we please just work?
I still didn't get this and we have homework tonight.
Can we please just work on this and we talk about movies later?
Armageddon is
They
a
didn't
horrible
study all.
movie. You talk with my sister.
They're upset because they missed math on Friday and Monday.
Yes,
I understand. I'm sorry. Dorian.
They want to get caught up.
It feels like a Monday.
that was a learn. It was education.
You know, it's a night.
Go back to Tuesday.
Brock, I don't know what happened to you over the weekend.
Hammer dulcimer.
His date said no.
The hammer dulcimer.
What?
What are you talking about?
Why intercepts? Let's go.
Brock,
But that woman played at Mikasa.
What's it called?
The what?
The hammer dulcimer.
You said
That sounds like you have a disease.
That does not
The
matter.
doctor comes in and says, you have hammered dulcimer. You have 2 months to live. What? 2 months?
We have 4 minutes in class.
Good.
Go home, guys.
You're gonna like it.
Dorian,
Hold on, no. You need to
I'm trying to talk.
You need to explain D.
I'm trying to talk.
Let the Parker talk.
Alexis,
What the?
y-intercept. What's 0? Oh my. No, what is 0? X or Y? Okay, so it's going to be 3 times 0 minus 7y equals 21. What goes away, Alexis? Every time I say Alexis, I think somebody, like the little robot's going to talk to me. Alexa, do you have an Alexis at home?
Oh yeah, Alexa. Alexa.
Oh, it's Alexa?
Yeah, Alexa.
I don't have one. but
Let's
Alexa.
do it. Let's do it.
Alexis, you have it? Alexa has an Alexa?
Alexa, what's 21 divided by
Okay, that goes away, right? Now, guys, Alexis, what do we got to be careful with that 7? It's negative, guys. Don't lose that negative there. Don't lose that negative with that. Okay? Luca, what do I do now? Yes, sir. What's your answer? How about y equals negative 3? Thank you. 0, negative 3. That's my y-intercept. Okay, so we got what? 7, 0? And 0, negative 3? Now, is that the only 2? You can, guys, there's a bunch of points on that line that would satisfy, balance that equation out. Okay? Bunch of them. What's the last one? I don't think we need to even do it.
X plus 4.
I'm gonna look at this real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna do this really quick, guys. What I would do here. Oh, you know what? It's different on yours, isn't it?
Yeah, it's 2x plus 4 equals y.
Dude, less coffee, man.
I didn't drink coffee.
Oh,
upset.
Matt. Guys, you said I'm bad.
2x what, Dorian?
2x plus 4 equals
Thank you, guys. Listen. You always want. I think it's a lot easier to get the x and the y on both sides before you. So what I would do is I would take the 2x over here. How do you take a positive 2x over? So what I would do is this. And I would get this. And then just do your x and y intercepts. Okay, I think it's a lot easier to do that.
They need to get some rest. They're kind of snippy today.
I know they are.
Yeah, I've been nice to you.
You guys get the homework up on the board?
Homework, great.
Also on the Google agenda, if you didn't get a chance to write it down. No excuses.
Hey Siri, play rock music.
Have a good day, guys.
You too, Mr. Parker.
Thank you, Mr. Westfall.
I'll let